Welcome back to the channel. In this three-part series, we're going to be exploring the beautiful Colorado Backcountry Discovery Route. The first 2 days of our trip are going to have us starting out in the San Juan Mountains and finishing off in the Gunnison National Forest. A good friend and I have been in the San Juan Mountains of Colorado for the last 4 days, taking part in the first annual Rocky Mountain Toyota Roundup. We have just completed the fourth and final day near Telluride, Colorado, and after a great lunch, we've headed out towards Ophir Pass to look for a campsite for the evening. My passenger navigator on this trip is a friend I've known since I was 5 years old. He's afraid of heights and has literally no camping experience. Who better to join me for this 2-week trip through Colorado's high country? He's one hell of a good cook, and just wait till you see what he has in store for us. Our first challenge of the trip is Ophir Pass, a historic mountain pass in the San Juan Mountains. Used by Native American tribes, this pass rose to significance during the 19th century as miners sought their fortunes in the region's mines. Connecting Silverton and Ophir towns, it played a vital role in transporting essential resources and people. Despite its historical weight, Ophir Pass is relatively easy and the shortest of all mountain passes we'll encounter over the next 2 days. However, it still promises adventure and stunning vistas that set the tone for the journey ahead. All right, so we just arrived at camp and we're all set up, and we aren't quite starting this at the beginning, which is down in Four Corners. We are going to start at basically the Telluride Ouray area of the San Juan Mountains. So we're not missing much. It's a lot of highway driving down there for the BDR. So we're kind of starting right where we get into more of the mountain passes. And yeah, it's going to be a great day tomorrow. I'm going to properly introduce my travel companion, Tim.
Hey everyone, nice to meet you.
Yeah, I brought him along because he said he'd cook me a steak every night on this trip. So what are you making tonight?
Tonight we're cooking some picanha. Pretty interesting cut of beef. It's also known as the sirloin cat. We seasoned these before we left, just with some salt. Now we're cooking them in a little butter. And then we've got some corn on the cob going. We're cooking right in the cob.
What do you think, Rosie? She's excited too. I can't wait. It's gonna be good. Another iconic mountain pass in Colorado is Corkscrew Pass. Known for its challenging switchbacks and steep terrain, this pass played a pivotal role during the late 19th century mining boom. It facilitated the transportation of ore and supplies to mining camps, aiding in the growth of nearby communities. Today it remains a sought-after destination for off-road enthusiasts, offering a thrilling journey through Colorado's historic mining landscapes and rugged beauty. As we start our second day, Corkscrew Pass marks the first mountain pass we'll encounter, setting the tone for the adventure ahead. All right, it's Sunday morning. We are at the top of Corkscrew Pass. We got up early this morning and headed on the trail. We have not seen another car out here yet. It's just beautiful up here. We camped kind of about 20 minutes up the Corkscrew Pass trail last night at a nice dispersed campsite. Like I said last night, there's not a whole lot of camping options that we found on the city of Ophir side of the Ophir Pass. So we decided to just do the Ophir Pass last night, and it ended up working out really well. Ophir is not a very long pass, nor is it very technical. It took maybe an hour max to do the whole pass. So definitely something to see. It has some great views, but of all the passes that we've done in Colorado, it was probably the easiest and pretty basic. We saw some just regular everyday SUVs up there, so nothing four-wheel drive high clearance like you would need for the types of passes we're going to be going on the next few days. So anything to add, Tim?
No, having a good time. It's a little chillier, but it's been great.
Yeah, it's been hot weather. That's why we decided not to go all the way down to Four Corners. There's some significant heat going on down there. So it was, I think, about 115 degrees. And basically we're just going to go down there to start the official beginning of the BDR. But then it's basically highway pretty much till you get about halfway back to here. So we just decided to start from Telluride. All right, we're going to go off and enjoy the day. Next up is Hurricane Pass, the second mountain pass we're tackling today. It also holds a historical role as a transportation route for mining in the region. Named for its unpredictable weather, it provides a glimpse into the challenges faced by pioneers throughout Colorado's mining history. Our third and final mountain pass of the day is California Pass. Its name originated from the rush of prospectors inspired by the California Gold Rush. Sitting at an elevation of around 12,960 feet, it offers a spectacular view of the surrounding alpine scenery. As we continue our journey, we're leaving behind the rugged terrain and breathtaking shelf roads of the San Juan Mountains. Our route is now taking us to a flatter part of the Colorado Backcountry Discovery Route, heading towards the peaceful surroundings of the Gunnison National Forest. It's a shift in scenery that lets us explore another side of Colorado's beauty. Along the way, our route weaves in and out of BLM land, farms, and the serene expanses of the National Forest, offering us a diverse and captivating experience. At this point of the day, it's breaching mid-afternoon, and we're both eager to find a campsite for the evening. We start exploring our options, looking for just the right spot. Along this portion of the route, there's quite a few primitive forest campgrounds, but we are looking for something a little bit more remote, with just the right backdrop for our evening. So after not being impressed with a few of our options, we decide to take our chances and continue on down the trail. Well, we just wrapped up our first full day on the Colorado BDR. We found this wonderful campsite on some BLM land overlooking the Gunnison National Forest. As you can see, we just have epic views for miles. And Tim is in the process of making us another great dinner. What are you making us tonight, Tim?
Tonight we're doing some pulled pork. I smoked these on my old Texas style offset smoker before we left. We shredded it, froze it, put it in sous vide bags. And our intention was to use a sous vide, but we found that it just pulls way too much power from the battery. But these jet boils are pretty awesome, and you can really dial them in. And using a thermopen, we're able to really mimic how a sous vide or immersion circulator would work. My goal temp here is 160, and I'm at 161. We just warm these up, and we'll be ready to go, and we'll have a great meal. So we're looking forward to that.
I'm excited. I knew I picked the right guy to bring along on this trip. Thanks for joining us on the first 2 days of the Colorado Backcountry Discovery Route. It's been a blast. Now we're going to kick back and enjoy these savory pulled pork sandwiches before relaxing by the fire, taking in this amazing view of the Gunnison National Forest. Remember to hit that like button and subscribe. Stay tuned for part 2 of this series coming next week.